This is how I've been running Aurum Vale for Tomestones. So you're going to need a few abilities before you start. Here's what I've been bringing along. Basic Instinct is pretty much a must for soloing. Gobskin is pretty useful for a few tricky pulls. It's not 100% necessary, but I like to have it. You're going to want Pom Cure. You're going to need the Ultra Vibration combo, which is Ram's Voice and Ultra Vibration. Missile will help you get down a few bosses. Only one of them is immune to Missile. And then you just want pretty much your standard damage spells. So I like to bring along Glass Dance, Sapanikar, Shock Strife, Feather Rain, J-Kick, and then whatever your range spell of choice is. Song of Torment's nice, but again, not 100% necessary. For the final boss, you're going to want the Moonflute Final Sting combo as well. So that's Moonflute, Whistle, Tingle, and Final Sting. So I'm just going to queue up for Aurum Vale and show how to use all of that. So in any rooms with Wanderers, there's a little bit of variation to how enemies can spawn. Sometimes these frogs will spawn pretty close to the entrance. If they do, pull them back into this cave with a missile. They'll try to pull you to them, but their range is shorter than yours. So just make sure to run away from them so they don't hit you with it and pull you into those F stools on the right there. Looks like he's going to wander over, so we'll do that now. So pull him at max range. Run back. Out there is pretty safe. He's pulled me to him and I haven't been hit. Haven't caught aggro from those F stools. Just hit him with a couple of missiles and burn him down. As with groups, this is one of the trickier rooms, so I like to toss on Gobskin for this first pull. It just gives a little extra wiggle room for damage. You pull these two packs, throw down a Ram's Voice, Cure with Pom Cure. Don't get greedy and throw in two Ram's Voices, try and stun everything because you'll probably die. Once you got everything, just Ultra Vibration it down. First boss is pretty straightforward. It's vulnerable to missile, so just do that until about 3%. And then you can just hit him down with whatever you like. Feather Rain's on a 30-second cooldown, so you can pretty much just use that to dot him down. Save a couple of seconds while you run to the exit. Next room, you want to take out these two Moogle fruits at range, so then you can just pull everything to the next two Moogle fruits. Feather Rain's already off cooldown, so use that to burn these guys down a little more, so that when we hit the next Ram's Voice, it's enough to kill all of them. Also saves you having to dodge any bad breath from the gold vine, except for that one. This next room you can actually skip entirely. These Vale Wasps are blind, so if you just slow down to a walk to the corner of this pool of, I don't know, Moogle juice, and then walk to the back leg of the big Bane Mite, and nothing sees you. Coin counter as well is vulnerable to missile, so same as before, just missile him down to about 3% and then damage him down however you like. Avoid using anything more than Feather Rain here for damage, just because we're going to use that in a little bit. This next room's another one that can get a little bit spicy with damage, so I like to chuck Gobskin on. You want to try and grab this poisoned peasant and pull him into the room so you can Ultra Vibration him down as well. Whoop. Almost used Ultra Vibration without freeze there. So grab everything and just blow it all up. The reason we want to grab that poisoned peasant is that they are immune to missile, so if we only have to fight one, then you can just burn it down with a couple of primal abilities. Try not to use anything more than the 60-second cooldown ones, just so we've got them off cooldown for the next time we need to use them, but 2 abilities should be enough. This next guy, you want to kill the small Dynamite with missile first, just because the big one's almost always going to use that AoE, so he actually doesn't join the fight until the little one's almost completely dead. Pretty similar to one of the earlier rooms. You want to take out these 3 Moogle fruits at range. Then you can pull all the seedlings together over to the next pack of fruits and fight them all here. You can use Feather Rain there, do the same thing, so you can get Feather Rain and then 2 AoEs will kill them. Sometimes you'll miss one of the seedlings, it doesn't matter too much. You actually don't need to worry about any of the other seeds, fruits in this room. You can pull this gold vine from here, and he will just walk past them. They're not joined. I like to Ram's voice him, even though he's actually pretty close to dead with 2 missiles there. Just saves him throwing out of breath, and you accidentally dodging to the right into those fruits and having to deal with them. By this point, your Ultra Vibration should be up or pretty close to, so you can just Ultra Vibration this pack down. I'm actually going to move out of those AoEs because they can hit surprisingly close to the time that Ram's voice comes off, and 2 of those probably would have killed me. Up to the final boss, you want to use the Moon Flute opener to start with. Don't Final Sting him, it's not enough to kill him yet. So just blow all your big damage abilities. Should get him down to 60 something ish if you didn't stuff it up like I did. I might actually be in trouble here because I did the opener in the wrong order, did Moon Flute first, so I didn't have enough time to toss a heal on myself, and I'm dead. Also, if you die, don't forget to toss Basic Instinct back on yourself. So let's do that again, this time not casting Moon Flute first. So you'll actually pull with Tingle there. And just throw out all your big damaging abilities. Now you want to make sure you're topped off before the end of the Moon Flute window. You can toss Gobskin on there as well if you're really worried. He doesn't have a lot of ranged abilities, so you can actually kite him around a little bit. Don't stick too close to the walls, otherwise his breath can catch you in such a way that you can't get away from it. With Basic Instinct, the increased movement speed does mean that you've got a bit more leeway there. But yeah, don't put yourself in a position you can't get out of. While fighting this guy, you want to avoid getting below about 2/3 health, because his cleave can hit pretty hard on a blue. If you have to make a choice between healing and picking up the fruits, always heal first, then pick up the fruits. Try not to go too high on that debuff count. I like to keep it at 2. Sometimes he will use a couple of those abilities in quick succession, so it's unavoidable to take 3, but just don't stay on 3 for too long. Every so often he'll go and create these fruits. 2 Ram's Voices will destroy those. See there, he's used 2 of those Hook's abilities in a row, so we'll take a little bit extra damage from the dot. If I were better with the DPS rotation, I could probably do this a little bit quicker. But given how quick this is, I'm not too concerned about saving a few seconds here and there. Try to avoid the fruits that are really going to put you in a corner, like that one over there in the pools. If he decides to use his breath while you're on that one, you're going to have a bit of trouble getting away. A very close one, got that heal off just in time. So you can pretty safely use the final sting finisher at around 15%. I knocked him down by about 10% there with that Sapanica. You could probably go a little bit higher if you needed to, but I've never seen him survive from 15%, so it's a nice round number. So that took about 11:32. If you don't die in that start point, you're probably going to look at times from around 8 to 9 minutes, a little quicker if you're not talking while playing. But that's the quickest way I've found to farm Tomestones this time around.